So what we have is this very strange behavior in plants. Oh, and this behavior has to do with flowering. And what we found out is that there really is no short thing as a short day plant or a long day plant. What we have found out is that plants really depend on the amount of uninterrupted darkness to flower. Uninterrupted darkness. So take, for example, this, what would normally be termed short day plant, but let's call it a long night plant. This plant is a long night plant, and you'll notice that with night longer than day, look what happens. It will flower. Okay. Now, so here we have a long night plant. Now watch how cool this is. When we flash it with light, since it's a long night plant, we're messing it up. Okay? So here's the thing. It literally did not get its uninterrupted darkness that it needed. And therefore, it did not flower. So here's this long night plant. It needs a long night. If we flash it with light, no flowering. More research was done on this, and it turned out that it was really red light that was important. Now, here's the thing. White light contains all light spectra. So white light, of course, containing red light was what they were using. But it turns out that if they flashed it with blue, green, no effect. But red, and it was the red light that had the effect. So in a very clever experiment, they used another red. Okay? Now there's red and there's far red. And let me explain what that means. Red light, okay, remember Roy G. Biv, okay? And Roy G. Biv is the colors of the spectrum. And red is all the way down, just about at the limit of the visible light. But go just past red, okay? And you get to a color light called far red. So it's just about as far as you can go into the red and still see it, okay?
We've got short day plants, and they flower late in summer or autumn when the day length is starting to get shorter and the night longer. We've also got long day plants, which is what you're probably more familiar with. Long day plants flower in spring and summer when the day length is starting. What happens during the day? The phytochrome's up in the leaves, and the shape changes from the PR form on the left. In the presence of light, it changes to the PFR form, which is on the right. At night time, the opposite occurs. The phytochrome changes shape back to the old one. So the PFR on the right changes back to the PR form. Now because of this, the actual concentration of the different forms of phytochrome will vary depending on the day and the night. As you'll see here on the left, you've got a reservoir of the PR form, like a container filling up. On the right, you've got a reservoir or container of the PFR form. So over time, and you've got the arrows moving between, you can see during the night, you've got the PFR changing to the PR, and at day, you've got the PR changing to the PFR.